this topic is not in PM. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Someone will just answer. Go and check study pack page so. You're not going to check. It's there. Oh, it's there. So as long as it is the study pack, it is testable by ICANN. No scope. You cannot tell me why I'm testing it. So we are going to start with example 2. Example 2. Example 2 is talking about 3 types of products, right? But 2 constraints. So there's nothing we want to read in this place. Or is there anything we want to read in? Nothing to read. We just have what do we have here? Contribution first. For contribution, we have what's that number again? 7, 8, 10. Next one. A product, Abby. Yes. Products. A, B. Then we have the constraint. What is constraint 1? Factory, Abby. And for this? 2 hours. This one? 3 hours. 2 hours. 2. Therefore, assembly, 1 hour. Assemble. 1 hour. 1 hour. 2 hours. 2 hours. Available. 1,000 hours. 1,000 hours. And 800 hours, Abby. Yeah. That is available. People of God. The equation. Let me see you first. Form equation from here. Formulate first. Make us see you. Formulate first. This process remains the same thing. So formulate. The first thing to do is to formulate. Okay? Well, let's formulate. Online, are we together? My online people.
Yes, sir.
We did, can't we?
Oh yeah, let's formulate. Since we did campaign, I also did here with you. Oh yeah, formulate. So oh yeah, I'll make a formulate. So yeah, let's formulate. Showing the principle region is very important when you are trying to make sure you try it. Oh yeah, look now for the equation. I like it, I like it. Oh yeah, oh my people, are you not done with the formulation? It's the same thing we have been formulating all this while. I will just introduce what we call slack. At least if you are able to formulate it first, you have say 5 naira or 10 naira. At least that one can still buy chewing gum. Anybody online who's ready? If you are ready, just press up and just read it for us. I want to record the name that I want to record the name Mr. Down before. Are you ready? Okay. Very good. It's correct. But the only thing that can be confusing.
That's fine. Let's start with less than that.
Yeah. How about this? One X. One X. Oh yeah, let's do it together. We have tried. Oh yeah, I want to check. Supposed to be the constraint, not the contribution. Unfortunately, I'm unable to see online. Yes. So let's look up now. So to formulate this now, I've checked around and we all tried. Just there are some slight mistake that we should be careful about. The first thing is to define the variable, right? So let's X represents product A. Let's Y represents product B. Some people went ahead to use A, B, so it might be confusing. There's nothing wrong with it. You are still correct, but it might be confusing. It means you don't follow our rule by saying define the variable. Are we getting that now? So let's W represent product C. I will tell you why I'm not using Z. Some people are using Z.
Z. Why?
Yes, Z and Y. That's just the reason. Z is used for the contribution. Do you understand?
Okay.
We normally use Z for contribution. So if I want to do it now, and I say, okay, factory has problem. Assembly has problem. So it means everything here, 1 and 2, should have be this. Instead of this one will turn to what? This one will turn to X and what? And this one will turn to Y. But instead of one Y, it will disappear to what? But the thing is that everything you see here, everything you see here turn to what?
X.
Turn to X. Everything you see here turn to what?
Y.
Y. So it means we are going to have 3, Abi.
Yes.
So we can now come back and say 2x plus y. What is it going to be constrained? Sorry.
It's supposed to be.
I thought it's supposed to be 2x plus 3y.
Y.
Plus
3y plus
3y.
3y plus 2w.
3y.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
This one
Yes.
also.
Yes, that would be that's
X.
One x, one y.
Anytime you see A, it comes to X, Abi. So
One
X
x,
plus, you
one y.
don't need to put 1 again, no. Then
y.
y
Plus w 2. 2w.
Do we understand now?
Yes.
We have formed
Yes.
that. This
Is
one also,
equal to
this one too will form another equation. Hold on, no. Hold on, no. This one will also form another equation. That would be 7 what? Plus
7
8y plus 10.
10 w.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Because we are minimizing, we are maximizing the cost. We are maximizing the profit. It will always be what? Less than X.
So it's supposed to be 8y. How did you get 8s? Then 10w.
Do we understand this now?
Yes.
So what are we going to have at the front of this?
1,000.
1,000. This one also will be less than
Yes.
800.
800.
Then this one will now be what? 0. But that is not complete yet. We have not introduced slack variable. So I will now clean it again and say, okay, plus S1 plus S2 plus Z. So this is what we call introduce slack variable. It will now be 1,000. It will be 800. It will be what? 0. CK now. So what we have done now, we have defined the variable. And we have been able to get the formulation. So the next thing we are going to do now is.
I have a question.
I have a question.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
All right. From the steps we were given initially, is that after we need to look for our objective function. Yeah, are we not looking for objective function?
Objective function to maximize profit. Even if they did not tell you, if they did not tell you, I've told you, anytime you are using simplest method, it must be you are maximizing contribution or profit. No doubt about that. So you can write it, objective function maximizing profit.
What about the equation? Is it not the one that's supposed to represent 7, 8, and 10?
Which is equation?
Combination.
The contribution.
Wait,
Is it not supposed to be the maximize contribution?
write it, write objective function. You will know all those ones. What I'm doing is simplest method, and contribution is part of the equation we are calculating.
Okay.
So we are no longer in that level you are now. We are already moving to another level. So that level is that the contribution will be part of the equation. So I'm already dragging you to that level now. Are you with us now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you must be with
Yes.
me. She cannot get angry. I must drag you with me. So the rule is that all this our contribution will now be in negative. Do you understand? Everything will be in negative, but don't worry. When we get there, I will do that. So let's go to the next step. What is the next step in the material? What is the next step? What about table? You not see table there? I not put table there. What is number 2? Which we have done, Abby. What is the next thing?
Identify most highest.
There must be table now. I jump with me. I must
One is stable. Number 1 is stable.
The form equation is table.
Okay, number 1 is table. I cannot
Form the equation in a table.
in a table. Thank you. This one is just not. This one we have done is just a normal formulation. We have just formulated the equation, the problem. So it is now solvable now. We can now start now. We can start the problem solving now. So we now say, okay. You are escape from PM. You'll be happy, Abby. That joy will fill your heart. Say, the day I pass my PM, I say yes. That relief come. Because when I was reading it, like 70% of my time or 80% on PM, and focus on PM. The remaining time, anytime, once you see me like this, I'm reading, check na PM, check na PM, because I don't hear about that PM. I must clear it once and for all and get out. And I also, with FR once. Okay. The first one in the platform now. We have X, Y, W, Abby, S1, S2, and Z.
We're not seeing the word.
And Z. This is how everything should look like. So from our formula, what do we have? This one is 2, Abby. This one? 3, 2. So when you now get to this place, it's supposed to be 1 because this is slack 1, slack 2, and Z. Do you understand? So this is supposed to be 1 here. Why everything remain what? Is 0. So when you pick the next number, what is the next number? No, the real number. 1, 2, 0. This one will be 0. 1. This one will be 1. Thank you. And this one will now be 0. Do you understand? Then this one will be what? Minus 7, minus 8, minus 13. Is it 10 or 13?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. This one will be what? 0, 0, 1.
Slash 0. So she was asking that where do you see place 1?
Because of this line is for slack 1. This line is for slack 2. This line is for slack 3. Do you understand? So sorry about this. This is 1,000. This is 0. So
800.
do you understand?
Yes.
So it means the highest here remain what? It's like I'm starting it over again. So no issue. So the highest is what? Of 10.
100.
Highest negative. Minus 10. So since minus 10 is the highest, what are we going to do? All the figures here will divide it by this, Abby. divided by 2, that gives us what? 400. Divided by 2, that gives us what? And this one is 0. So it means from here, this is our what? Pivot table. Is that not our pivot element too? Pivot element.
No. The figure is 1,800.
Now, that was supposed to be 1,000.
Oh, okay, thank you. The first one is 1,000. So this gives us 500, and this gives us 800. So it means our pivot element is 2. Do we understand now? So this is element. This is pivot what? Pivot element. What is the next step to do from here? What is the next step? Make this one what?
Our pivot element.
Yes or no? So we'll repeat everything the same way it is. That will be 2, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1,000. The second one also will remain -8, -10, 0, 0, 1, and 0. Are we good to go now? So we want to make this one 1, but it must affect everything on the row. So it's going to be this divided by 2. That's 1. So it means we are going to divide everything here by 2, Abi. So this gives us 1/2, 1/2. 2/2 is 1, Abi. The 0 divided by 2 is 0. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. Then 0 by this, that will be 0. And this gives us what? 400. That's it. It still remains the process, the same thing. The only thing is that we didn't do it this way. So after that, the next rule, this remains our pivot element. The next rule is what? This and this must remain what? Must be 0, Abi. The upper number and the down number must be what? Must be 0. And prevention, if this one is here, it means everything on this row except pivot element must be what? Must be 0. So we apply that our formula we have already created. That is it -2 we use? -2 R1. Am I right? Plus equals to 0. Then the same thing, is it -10 or +10 we use?
-10 R.
So I say you use -2 R2 plus R1.
R3.
-2 R2 plus R1.
Yes, so the first one, -2 R2 plus R1.
The first one is R2.
Yes.
This one is
R3. The other one. Then -2 equally to be corrected. R2 should be the first one. R3.
It is advisable you do that middle one first to be sure that it's going to give you 0 before you apply it on the others. Do you understand? So let me snap this part.
So correct it before you snap. This first equation will be
this one might not get 0.
-2 R2. No, -2.
-2
R2. -2 R2.
Which
No,
one?
-2 R2,
yes.
Yes.
-2 R2.
R2 plus R1.
Then plus R1. R1.
Then the second one,
The 10
plus 10,
okay.
plus 10,
plus 10.
Plus 10, yes.
Yes.
plus 10.
Plus. Yes, okay.
Thank you. It's simple, but they call it simplet, but it's not simple.
The textbook of this thing. So
Just confusing. It's not that hard though, but it's confusing. Once you understand the procedure, you will continue to repeat it all over and over again. So we are now going to apply. So this middle row now it will not be affected again. This gives us minus, 1 over 2, 1 over 2, 1, 0, half, 0, 400.
Adjust your voice now.
Adjust the camera.
Sorry. Okay. At least you can still see our formula here. So to use this formula now, let's use this one. Let's do this one first to make sure that it gives us 0. So it means minus 2 R2. What is R2? 1 plus R1. R1 is what? 2. That gives us what? 0. So we can now apply it to others. So it means minus 2. The R2 here is what? 1 over 2. Then plus R1. What is R1? 2. That gives us what? 1. Are we together? Then the second one is minus 2. R2 is what? R2 is half. Plus R1. What do we get? 1. Are you sure? 2. It's 2, I mean? Yes. Everybody should check. 2. We are right, Abby? Yes. So the next one is what? Minus 2. R2 is what? We've done this one. So R2 is 0, Abby. Plus R1. What is R1? 1, Abby. What do you get?
Minus 2.
That's 1. 1. Is it not correct? I hope I've not missed anybody. Am I carrying anybody along? Eh? No. We have done this thing before now.
So the row of the pivot element, are we still doing it like that row of the pivot element?
Sorry, we are lost too.
Where exactly are you?
This thing is not simple.
They just call it simplex for nothing. No, there's nothing simple about it.
I thought it's simpler. Voila.
Listen. We are sorry. Listen. You know, this is the formula we have there, Abby. This is the formula. This is the formula we are applying now. So we'll not be applying it one by one to get our figures. Minus 2. What do we have in row 2? This is the one we are talking about now. What do we have in row 2? This one, Abby. It means this times this because there's no sign here. It means times.
Next lecture,
what is R1? No, this is what I call it. R1, R2, R3. Do you understand? So multiply by R1. What is R1? 2. Half R1. Minus 2 times half. It's the same thing as by saying minus 2 over 2. Yes or no? That gives you what? Minus 1. Because negative sign is always difficult. And it's always strong. That's minus 1. Then plus 2. That gives you what? 1 plus 1.
No.
Is that one clear now?
Next lecture,
the other one now is minus 2 again. 2 is constant. R2. What is R2 here? Half again, the second half now. Plus R1. What is R1? 3. Do you understand? So this multiplied by this gives us what? No, now. This is minus 1.
Minus 1.
You need to be strong in fraction again. What it simply means is this: 2 over 1 times 1 over 2. What this thing means is 2 over 1 times 1 over 2. Yes or no? So it means 1 cancel 1, this cancel this. That gives you minus 1. Do we get that now? So this is minus 1 plus 3. That gives you plus what? Plus 2. That's how we got the 2. We know this 0 already. For this 0, it simply means minus 2, which is the constant. R2. What is R2 here? 1. Plus, because plus is what we have next. R1. What is R1? R1 is 2. Minus 2 times 1. That is minus 2. Minus 2 plus minus 2 plus 2. That is 0. Do we get it? Then we'll continue. We'll pick next one. Do you want me to snap this calculation?
No, cool.
You might be lucky that it's going to be question 1 in your exam.
Yeah, it's not lucky. But
it's not difficult now. It's confusing, but if you follow down my steps, it's clear. That's why I took my time to write that steps there. But don't worry. The next one, we are not done with the first one. The next one is minus 2, Abby. Minus 2. What is R2?
R2 is 0.
This is where we are now.
Yes. Yes.
R2, this is R2 now. R2 is R. Plus, what is R1? 0. What do you get? Oh, yeah. This times this gives you what? Minus 1 plus 0. Minus 1. Are we getting that now? You pick another one. Minus 2. What is R2? What is R2?
0.
Is 0. Plus R1 is 0. Everything gives you what? Is 0. Do you understand? Then you pick this one. Minus 2. What is R2? 400. Plus 1,000. What do you get? 200. Any problem? No problem. Well, let's do the second line together. We are done with rule 1 now, so I can clear this one.
Sir, hold on, please.
Don't worry. I'm not going to. Yes. Any issue?
Yes.
Yeah.
The slack 1 and 2, those figures you got is 010 and 001. Where did you get it from? The new method.
They're just there. They're just there. Don't worry.
Where?
They're just there.
Where are they?
When at slack 1, the line 1 is slack 1, Abby. It will be 0. It will be 1. Line 1 is slack 1, so it should be 1. The remaining slack will be 0, 0. In slack 2, slack 1 will be 0. Then slack 2 will be 1 in slack 2. Then the third slack will be 0 in slack 2. Then when you get to slack 3, slack 1 will be 0, slack 2 will be 0, slack 3 will be what? Will be 1. It's simple. Don't worry, we'll take another example. We'll take another example. We're almost done. We're almost done. What's the next thing? The third one, Abi. So plus 10, Abi. Row 2. Let's do the video one first to be sure. Row 2. What is row 2? 1, Abi. Then what is the sign? Plus, Abi. Plus minus 10. What do you get? 0. Then you can now do the other one. So we can now say, okay, 10 minus, no.
10 times.
What is row 2? Half. Then plus or minus what? Minus 7. That's minus 2, Abi. So it's coming here, minus 2. Then you pick the next one, 10. Row 2. What is row 2?
That's 1 over 2.
Yes, 1 over 2.
1 over 2. Abi? Then what? Minus 8. What do you get? Minus 3. Then what again? Oh yeah, now the next one.
10 times row 2.
10
Times 0.
row 2 here is 0, Abi.
Yes.
Plus what is row 3?
0.
Is 0.
Your answer is 0.
Our answer is 0. Then we pick the next one. 10. What is row 2? Half, Abi. Half. Don't use decimal. Plus 0. That gives us what? 5, Abi.
That gives us 5.
Positive 5 or negative?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. The next one is 10. What is row 2?
0.
0. Plus 1.
1.
That gives us 1, Abi.
Yes.
That is, I started giving us pluses. The problem is this two. Then the next one, I think it will still give us 0, sir. But let's try it. That will be that will be 10. What is row 2? 400. Plus 0, Abi. What do you get? 4,000.
4,000.
Any question on this? Is my sister still following me at all? Or you want me to explain again? I don't mind. Are you getting it? Okay. Because it can be
Hello,
question.
sir, please. So, why did you use this slack one variable? I'm getting confused.
What do you say? What do you say?
We didn't calculate using the slack one variable.
We didn't calculate slack one variable.
Like, yes, for this first formula that we use, this minus 2R2, we didn't use the slack one information.
In what area? In what? Is it 4,000?
Yes.
No, this slack one information.
And what happened to slack one information?
We used the first half, we used the second half, we used 1, then instead of 0, we now jumped to half. I don't know. Is there any reason for that?
What we have done is correct. Don't worry. Everything is correct.
So now, are we still going to proceed?
Now, let's continue. You will still understand because we are still going to repeat the same process again. Why? Because this thing does not give us positive. The rule is that after all these things, none of these things should give us negative. Every figure here must be positive.
But it's not necessary to be zero.
It's not necessary that it must be zero, but everything must be positive. Sure, we get that.
So which means that we still have that minus 3 to the positive.
So do. We will now start doing it again. But it's going to be the final one, I guess. So let's see. Let's go again. Let's go again. This is now a new table we have. Every other table we have is. Did I snap it? That's why I have to do that, minimizing the cost first. Because I know this one will be the final. But me, when I'm taking the topic, I'll make sure I touch all the area. So I will not run away from any area. So it's not left for you. At least if the thing come out in the exam, you not say they did not teach us.
That's question 6.
Except you want, except you want me to buy it.
Question 6.
Oh yeah, let's pick up now. So the problem remains the same thing because it's still giving us negative. So what is the next thing to do? We are telling me. You will be the one to tell now. What is the next thing to? What's the first thing to do? So check the lowest.
The element.
No,
Highest negative.
Oh yeah, what is the highest negative?
Minus 3.
We circle the whole thing. Oh yeah, tell me the next step. This minus 3 is called what?
Element.
If you have lost before, we will find you on our way now. So what is the next step after this one?
To get the lowest.
Lowest, Abby. So what
The
are we?
pivot points.
Everything
Pivot
element will be divided by this, Abby. So it means 200 divided by what? 2. This divided by half. This divided by 3. So what do we get this? What do we get here? 100. Oh yeah. 800, Abby. It's half now. It's correct. This is it. 400 divided by 1 over 2. So you now say 400 over 1 times 2 over 1. It will interchange. Sure, you understand? If you are working on the fraction. So that gives us 800, Abby. This one gives us 1,001. So what is the lowest?
100.
So what is our pivot element? 2. Because it gives us the lowest. So pivot element. Any problem? What made us circle this column? Is it this one? Oh yeah, everybody. What made us to circle it? Because it's the highest negative. So everything here is needed by you. I want to make use of them. So we have gotten our element and pivot element. What is the next step?
Is to turn it to 0.
The low and the high, the above and the lows, 0.
1.
To turn.
First convert the pivot element to 1.
Turn pivot element to what? To 1. That's the next. That's the next. You can be writing that step down. It's already in the solution, but that one also will remind you. The next thing is to tell you. If you check my PM notes, that's how I wrote that.
Why do we choose 2 elements? Why we make the 2 as pivot elements? Why?
Because this is the lowest. 100, 800, 1,000. So the lowest here will give you the pivot element. Any other question? No question. Oh yeah, let's find out. So the next step is to make this one what? 1. How do you make it 1? We divide this by 2.
Divided by 2.
2 divided by 2 is 1. So it means everything here will be divided by what? By 2. So 1 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2. 1. The 0 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, minus 1 divided by 2. The 0 divided by 2. Do we understand? Then 200 still remain the same thing. So 200 divided by 2. Then we'll now repeat the remaining elements. That is the way they have 1 over 2, 1 over 2, 1, 0, 1 over 2, 0, 400. We don't use this. Then minus 2, minus 3, 0, 0, 5, 1, 4,000. What is our pivot element? This second one, Abi? Yes. What is the next rule? What are you making 0?
To convert other ones to 0.
So what this number must turn to what? 0. Must turn to 0. How are we going to turn it to 0? By magic? By waiting? By formula. By formula, yeah. Let's form a formula that will make it 0. So let's start with this row 2. This is row 1. This is row 2. This is row 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tell us the formula. We must
R1. So now the R1.
R1. Make a bite you. This is R. Not be so. You know, we make use of 2 then. So we'll make use of these 2 numbers as part of the formula. R1 plus R2. But if you go this way, are you going to get 0? So this one will come minus R. So it means minus R times 1 will give you what? Minus R. If you are not sure, let's see. R times 1 over 1. Abi? So that will give us what is minus. So it will be minus 1 over 2. Do we get that now? So definitely this one will give us what? 0. We have gotten one formula. We need another formula. Another formula. What do we need to do to this? Oh yeah. It's better whatever you do here, use the opposite of it.
3 R1. 3 R2. No, R1 minus R3.
Plus
R3. If you do plus R3. R3. Plus R3.
Use opposite of it. That will be minus 3. I mean,
No.
there will be 3 times 1. Minus.
Okay, minus 3.
Minus or plus 3.
Yeah, that's minus 3.
That's
3 minus 3 is 0.
Do you understand now? Yes. So you have gotten the equation to use now. You will now start your work. I will clean this up one now. No. Which one is the real one we are using, sir? We are using this one now. So we can clean this one. Everybody got tired already, Abby? The simplest don't make you complex.
It's not complex. I already tried.
The same way we were complaining when we are attending the class. And your guy keep telling us that the thing is simple. And it's not difficult, it's simple. Once you know these steps, it's simple. It's not difficult. It's not the calculations that is difficult. Okay. It means the row 1 remains the same thing, Abi. 1 over 2, 1, 0, 1 over 2, minus 1 over 2, 0, and 100. Abi, that is row 1. So for row 2 now that you want to get, what thing are we going to do? It's going to be I want to reduce this thing. So it's going to be minus half R1. What is our R1? R1 is half here.
Yes.
Plus R2. What's our R2? Half. Any question? Minus 1 times minus 1. Yeah. Minus 1 times plus 1. Minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. What do you get? Minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. That is 1 over 4. But it's going to be minus 1 over 4. Are we good? Then plus 1 over 2. Eh? That's what? If your math is not sound, you go fumble here. Anytime you see plus in fraction, you must find the LCM of the denominator. Don't be so? Yeah. What is the LCM of denominator? It's 4. LCM of 4 and 2 is 4. Then addition of this
1 over 4.
1 over 4. But it will be minus 1. So minus 1 over. Online people, if you like, run away. Question 1.
With you.
So let's solve the second one now.
So find a good space and be solving that thing now. We're finding it difficult to see what you're doing, please. That the provision you are solving it is very small. The space in between, the space where you are solving this thing is small. We're finding it difficult to see it.
Oh, okay, it's small. Okay, sorry. Don't worry, no, it's because what I'm writing is small. They can't see. So, the next one now, minus 1 over 2, Abby. Minus 1 over 2. R1. What is R1? R1 here is 1. Plus R2. What's our R2? Half. What do you get? Zero. It can be 0.
Yes, minus that.
Minus 1 over 2 times 1.
0.
Okay, that is 0, Abby.
Yes.
Okay, that's 0. You are right. You are high. And that is the purpose we want to achieve, Abby.
Yeah.
You are high, you are high, you are high. Okay, so the next one is what? Minus. Let me put 0 here. I think we are done with row 1, Abby. We can still make use of this thing in row 1. Okay, don't worry. It's because I don't want to be going up and down. Okay, I have enough space. Don't run away. Oh. I can still make use of this. Okay, good. So the next one to calculate now, we've gotten this one. The next one is row 3, Abby. Is column 3, which is minus 1 over 2. Open the bracket. Abby, open the bracket. R1, what's our R1? 0. Plus, what is R2? 1. So what do we get? 1. It will give us 1. Yes or no?
Yeah.
The next one to get is this place, which is still minus 1 over 2 open bracket. What is R1? This is where we are now.
No.
It's like we jump something here.
It's supposed to
Oh,
be.
that first one is supposed to be plus 1 all over 4, not minus 1 all over 4.
We didn't drop anything, sir.
This is 1, 2, 3. This is
Supposed
1,
to be
2,
0. Zero.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct. We are correct. So the next one now is half, Abi,
Yeah.
plus 0. So what
That
will
is
be
not supposed to be plus 1 all over 4.
1 over 4. Minus 1 over 4.
How can it be 0?
How
Minus
come?
1 over 4.
Minus 1 over 4.
Minus 1 over 4. You
That
understand?
first one supposed to be 1 all over 4.
The first one is 1 over 4, not minus 1 over 4.
The first one is what?
It should be 1 all over 4.
Oh yeah, listen. This is it here.
1 over 4.
Listen here. This is minus 1 times, minus 1 over 1, minus 1 over 2 times times 1 over 2, that will give us minus 4. Minus 1 over 4, Abi. Then plus 1 over 2. The LCM of these two is 4. Abi. So minus 1. You know what's supposed to be? 4 divided by 4. Hello, listen. It's supposed to be denomination divided by this. 4 divided by 4 is what? Multiply by 1. Divided by
Minus 1.
that is minus 1. Then 2 divided by, 4 divided by 2. 2 times 1. Over what? Over 4. Listen, over 4, Abi. Minus 1 plus 2. That gives you what? That is 1 over 4. They are correct. They are correct. You understand now?
The next one, do the
This one will take you to primary 1 fraction. Do you understand now? So they are correct. Online people are following us. So we are done with this one now.
Yes.
The next one, okay, we are not done with this now, right?
Yes.
You have to be very careful with so that you won't make mistakes. So minus 1 over 2 and this. What do we get?
Circling the minus 1 over 4 so that they will not snap it. The solution.
This one is correct. This one.
The solution, no, where you solved it. I'm seeing minus 1 over 4 there.
So here now, hello, let's come together. Oh yeah. This times this that give us 1 over 2, Abi. 1 over 4. 1 over 4, Abi.
Minus 1 over 4.
Minus 1 over 4. Then plus 0. It will give us this figure. I think
Yes.
the same thing here as well. Minus 1 over 4.
That one is minus half.
Which one? Which one is that one, sir?
This one now, this thing should not do kata. You should follow me.
Is it plus 0 or plus half?
It is plus half.
What is plus half?
That one is
Plus half.
No, minus half. You know,
The next
minus half.
one is plus half, not plus 0.
This is minus half, Abi.
yes.
Minus half.
At the top here is minus 2, minus half. Abi.
Minus.
Okay. Are you saying this one should be minus half, not 0?
No, it should be half.
Which one I think?
Plus half.
Is half.
Bracket.
So we are going to them.
This is R1,
Yes.
which is what we have picked, Abi.
Yeah.
Then R2 is minus half, Abi.
Minus times minus.
Close. That's close.
Get minus half again.
No, R2 is half, not minus over.
Minus half multiplied by minus half.
Cannot stop me. Oh yeah, look up, look up, look up, look up, look up. Minus half. What is R1?
Half now. Half.
Yes,
Half.
half.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we have. Yes. So R1 is minus half. Yes. Plus half. Abi? Yes. So minus times minus give us plus. Yes. So that is minus over 4. Yes. Plus 1 over 2. That's the one you have. LCM is what? 3 over 4. See, which one are you going to do LCM for? When you have positive and negative. When you have positive and negative. When you see 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2, you must find LCM of this two. But when you have 1 over 4 minus 1 over 2, you must find the LCM of this one. But when it is ordinary multiplication, you can just multiply and go. Do you understand? One, when you get to
I'll study LCM. When I'm out for one, I'll study LCM. 3 over 4 now.
That is become the fraction save now. Wow.
come and teach you.
It's 3 over 4.
Okay. 4 divided by 4. 1, Abi. Multiply by 1. 4 divided by 2. 2. Multiply by 1. 2. That is 3 over 4. 3 over 4. Sure, we are getting it. Yes.
Chidima.
All the time, 6:35. This class is supposed to end by 7, Abi. Tell you. Okay, so I don't want to clean that. Let me snap it at this junction so that I can clean that part. Assignment is the second one, so you must make sure you attend. If you don't attend, you don't go enter class next week.
Okay, the second question.
The first question, yes. I've already done this table for you. That's why I did the table for you. So that you can just start from there and pick it up. And this time around, I'm not going to agree. If you don't do my assignment, you don't go enter class.
How about online?
Online, I will remove them. I will change the link. Okay, so the next one that we have, just one, Abi. Just this one. So we say minus 1 over 2. What is R1? 100. R1 is 100. Plus R2, 400, Abi. What do we get?
Now, why did we skip the 001? Are we not supposed to?
Yes, we skip this 001.
We skip 001.
Yes.
Yes. This.
I
Yes.
think your own line is not going the same way
Okay,
with the one.
this one. No.
And
1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't skip anything, no?
that place that there's 3 over 4 is supposed to be for this 001.
I'm sure we don't repeat this.
No, now the last one we did is this minus half and 1 over.
Yes.
So
We
we are supposed to
this minus
repeated
half.
minus 1 over 4 twice.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe
So we skip 001.
I think this is where the error is coming from.
Yeah, that one is.
That one should be 3 over 4. That one is 3 over 4.
3 over 4.
3 over 4.
So adjust the camera up a little.
So please, you will snap and send.
So let's take this 001. We don't go tired today until we find the solution to it. Minus 1 over 2. What is R1? Is 0. R2 is 0, Abi. Everything is 0. Then forget about that one. So we have minus 1 over 2, 100 plus 400, Abi. What do you get? 100 times 1 over 2. Minus 50 plus 4. 350. This one is already 100. No issue. Any issue? No issue. We have just last row to perform. Be praying now that everything should give us positive. If the thing not give us positive, we will start again.
Sir, please resnap and send because of the correction we made.
Okay. I can see some people still stay grid that say this one we must finish it today. No problem. No problem. So we want to do the second, we want to perform the second row function now. So second row function will be 3R1. This one plus, okay. What is R1? Minus 2. R1.
R1 is half now.
Half plus minus 2. What do you get here?
Minus half.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Okay. 3/2 minus 2.
3/2 minus 2, you are right. 3/1 times 1/2. That is 3
minus 2.
minus 2/1. Anytime you see something like this, you must find the so the LCM is what? 2. 2 divided by 2 times 3.
1. 3.
2 divided by 1.
2.
Times 2.
Minus 4.
4.
Times 2, 4.
Minus 1 over.
That would be minus.
Minus 1 over 2.
Over 2, I mean.
Yeah.
Minus 1/2. The problem never finish.
Person book go scatter for that place. No,
When you are solving, it's not in
mistake must not deal. Person cancel away.
So once number 1 like that give us negative, there's a problem already. So you will continue the process, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress you. But do we all understand the procedure?
Yes.
It's clear.
Try up, try.
So I'm going to try, but it is well.
What is it? So we just continue. So assignment number 1 now. Assignment number 1. Make sure I'm not giving you any other thing again. Make sure you find it until it is positive. Okay. If you don't do, I'm not going to enter class next week. So online, are we together? Can we stop here? Is this something you can finish yourself? You just continue to repeat.
You go and try.
Yeah, you continue to repeat.
If now we have a class, so have a class. We have auditing class, so
Okay.
so we're arriving.
I will make this video available for you to follow the step. Yes, what do you say? Online, let's say something.
Okay, so we have auditing class.
Now, once we are done with this, we will. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm with you.
I said since you are giving us this as an assignment, that if we are done looking for the definitely it's still the Z side, that is the contribution side is still having minus, and we are still going to repeat the same thing. Now, what about S1 and S2 that their column there too they are having minus? Are we also going to turn it positive?
No. Your focus is only on contribution. Once the contribution gives you positive, you are done. Forget about any other thing that is giving you negative. Do you understand? Only contribution is where you are focusing. That must give you the positive. Are you clear now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.